This is a great little video. He has done his homework, I think, and has done a very good job at doing this video. I think it's Damien, or Damien put the video out. But this is a really brilliant explanation of the Panama Canal. It's just incredible. Let's watch this amazing presentation in this video.
Oh, I got they ass now. Because something is just off here. And I'm just going to show y'all how absolutely insane this fucking canal is. Alright, so check this out, right? These ships get lifted above sea level, right? They use a 3-lock method, right? This connects 2 oceans, and we're going to get into this, all right? These chambers, they fill with water to raise the ships up. Then they drain to lower them. Each of the locks weighs 750 tons. Think about that. Panama Canal officially opened in 1914. 1914. Look down here. U.S. took over the project in 1904. This was after, quote unquote, the French supposedly attempted to. But as the French attempted to build this Panama Canal, 20,000 of them died from yellow fever and malaria and all kinds of shit. Because you're down in the jungle and you got a dry season and they got a wet season. So the conditions are horrible. As you can see here, French company attempted. Look, malaria, yellow fever, resulting in high worker mortality. I looked at these construction photos and they weren't really very convincing. The whiteout over here and the train. These guys are supposedly excavating what it is you just now saw. More excavation photos. That's basically, that runs on steam. They said they were steam powered. This is them doing construction. I mean, I guess don't really look like it, but yeah, you know, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Supposedly they were using steam powered machines and like steam shovels. This is supposedly them doing construction again. Nothing here, but this look like this train wagon here in the middle of this all. More construction photos here again. And I found this odd, because see, this like blew something open. The Panama Canal can't use seawater. Salt water can't be used to supplement water for the lockage. The canal operates with gravity-fed water high above sea level, and even if salt water could somehow get into the system, it would damage the freshwater ecosystem in the lake. So wait a minute, you telling me not only in a 10-year span did y'all dig out a 50-something foot long, mile-long canal that is now filled with water and has technological locks that fill in basins and lift and lower ships, but you also connected that to the lake, and you did this you started in 1904? I'm sorry, I don't fucking think so. The biggest constraint to canal operations has been the availability of fresh water in the reservoir. The reservoir is here. That's Lake Joala, and basically they use this lake freshwater to basically lower and raise ships here on these locks. But How did you know to connect this across and use lake water for locks? Like, I'm sorry, in 1904? That's the lake they get it from. Artificial lake in Panama, created by the Mandam Lang, serves as a crucial reservoir for the Panama Canal, providing water for lock operations, hydroelectric power. In 1904, y'all, it's just, yeah, we gonna just build this canal tied to a hydroelectric power system that is tied into the lake of the land, because we're gonna build a dam that, come on, man. When did y'all even build the dam? There it is, Mandan Dam. And then here is a Ala Juala Lake. So that is dammed up. The canal is all the way down here, okay? And I'm about to show y'all how this works and how this runs, which is just absolutely wild. There is absolutely no way. I mean, just think about everything that's going on here. You got a lake dammed up here to feed a reservoir down here, which can't use the water from the Atlantic or the Pacific. So the canal is actually designed specifically to use fresh water. Where do you think this fresh water is coming from? Y'all know where it's coming from. Let's take a peek. Think about this. 1904. These people are building a canal. Look at this. Look at the ship. Look at the size of these locks. These are 750 tons, these locks. 750 tons. Look at this. It's gonna fill out with water. Watch. Builds up, raises it up, puts it on a whole new level. What? Raises it up. Raises it up. Only using fresh water, look, from the lake. Look, and goes across the lake. It's going across the lake. It gets to the other side, lowers it. Look. What? Pete, look. Y'all did this in 1904. 750 ton locks using the water from the lake to move ships across from an. I'm pretty sure y'all see my issue here. You got a gravity-fed water lock ship moving system you're building in 1904 inside of the water with 750 ton locks. This is 50 miles long right here. You designed all of this in 1904 using the water from the lake? Look, it requires 52 million gallons of fresh water per ship. I'm pretty sure y'all probably thought it was using ocean water. Y'all ain't know it was using fresh water. Where do you get fresh water from? You get it from trees. This is a tree that was cut down, and that's why water is just pumping out of here endlessly. As you can see, nothing is feeding this. It's just a body of water that's feeding the canal. And this is the main source of water for the people of Panama. This source of water right here is basically an ancient tree. This is tree water that is still being pumped out. That's where the fresh water is coming from. Fresh water, man-made, Gatun Lake, fed by Jacques River to operate its locks lifting. Gatun Lake, the primary source, an artificial freshwater lake created by damming the Jagris River. Look, fresh water, again, fed by rivers and rainforests, allowing ships to be. Rivers and rainforests, ancient tree. And just to show you what that looks like, you see how that's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Boom. That's what the gradient looks like as you go across. See?
And done. First, there's about 40 miles of rough terrain between them. And then there's the added bonus that the Pacific Ocean has a higher sea level than the Atlantic. So how do you go about connecting two oceans that sit at different heights? Well, you see this specialized system of locks and gates? It basically functions as an elevator, where the changing water level raises and lowers vessels at will.
The gates are as tall as a 7-story building. They weigh an average of 690 tons, and they are open or closed by a hydraulic system in less than 2 minutes.
Downright elegant in its design, the canal...
They ain't build this, but when the mind's blind,